It has been an amazing week, and it's for a few reasons. One, on a personal note, my parents are here. It's been like 19 months since we've seen them, so it's so wonderful having them here and just watching them hang out with their grandkids. It's so special. Secondly, on a more business-related note, I have had probably one of the greatest sales weeks of my life. And finally, I finally took the plunge of listing everything into List Perfectly first and then pushing my listings out into my other platforms. And guys, it is life-changing.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on a bunch of different reselling platforms, which means that I pick up clothes for as cheap as I can at local thrift stores and consignment stores, buy-sell trade stores, anywhere where I can. I get a lot of stuff for free too, and I try to sell those things for as much as I can on a bunch of different reselling platforms. And what I like to do on my YouTube channel is talk about my journey as a part-time reseller. I like to share with you what kinds of things I'm picking up in my what sold videos, just like this one. I like to share with you what things are actually selling for me. And I also do a lot of tips and tricks videos, reviews of different products or different services that resellers can use. And so if you enjoy reselling content, I do hope you consider subscribing to my channel if this is your first time here. And if it is your first time, thank you so much for checking me out. I super duper appreciate it. And if you are returning, if you're part of my community already, thank you so much for being here. We're kind of back to like old school setup where I'm literally in my room right now, and that's because the kids are playing with the grandparents and they're being very loud. The lighting is kind of crazy and I apologize because it is like 7 or 8 p.m. and so I'm working with my ring light. It's like this rinky-dink ring light. So we're just gonna make the best of it. But enough chit chat because so many things sold, and you guys know that I am on a sourcing freeze, which means I'm not letting myself buy anything else for reselling unless I sell 500 items. You heard me right, 500. And I am proud to share with you that last week alone, I sold, it says 62. Part of me thinks it's actually 63, but we'll say 62 items. And there were a few days from the week before when I started the challenge on April 4th. And so I'm really excited that I was able to sell through so many pieces because typically I don't sell that many items in a week. I average around like 40 to 45 or something like that. So to sell 62, my God, that was amazing. So we have to get through these really quickly. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. As it is, you may want to grab a coffee or pull out some stuff to photograph or list because we're going to be here for a while. So let's start with Monday, which was April 5th. I started off the week with the sale of these T-Mix, that was the brand name, taupe knee-high faux leather boots in a size 6B. I did pick those up at a local consignment store where they allowed me to shop by the bag or by the box. And so my cost of goods on those items was so cheap. So I had about 80 cents into these. I sold them for 15. That was the offer that I got, which I've had these for a long time now. And I didn't notice a flaw that was on like the exterior of the boot. It was like one of the lace parts had come undone, which is kind of a big deal. So I was more than happy to let them go for 15. I made, after my cost of goods and Poshmark fees and all that good stuff, $11.20 of profit. By the way, just so you know, from here on out, at the end of telling you about each item, I will share with you my actual profit. So if you don't hear me say, once you factor in Poshmark fees and once you factor in shipping and this and that, and blah, 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 just the final number I give you, you can rest assured that that is the actual amount that went into my bank account, even after cost of goods, fees, shipping, all that good stuff. So next, you guessed it, we had a cool sale. It was this pair of new with tags, cool splash roll-up cargo pants in a size 14. These were actually women's. I am starting to mess around with women's cool stuff just to see if it does as well as the men's. And so far it's been okay. So this pair of cargo pants from Cool sold for $65. It took 14 days to sell, and my cost of goods on those was $12.23. I picked up a bunch of Cool in some retail arbitrage, and so my actual profit on those pants was $39.77. I love to see it. That's a great profit margin on one item. The next thing to sell was this Ann Taylor red short sleeve sheath dress in a size extra large. This had been listed for 18 days after going to ThredUp and not selling on ThredUp. So I got it back, I listed it, and I listed it for probably around $25. I got an $18 offer, which I was super excited about, and I made $13.96 of profit on that dress. And I did get that at the local consignment store as well for under $1. So, a really great flip, turning less than $1 into $13.96. Amazing. The next thing to sell was this vintage pair of Gap high-rise flare mom jeans. These were in a size 29. I only had them listed for 17 days, and I was sure that this was something that I was gonna have to sit on for forever. These I received in a ThredUp rescue denim box. It was an awful box. I have thankfully made my money back on that box and then some, because there were a couple just like really great pieces. These I had listed for, I wanna say $25. And typically I don't really send out offers to likers, but because I felt like I was gonna have these for so long in my closet, one, I was getting like a decent number of likes on them. And two, when I like saw a like come in, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and send offers to likers like a few minutes after that like, because I just wanna do everything I can to get this to move. I didn't wanna wait till closet clear out in case the person lost interest. I was like, if this person wants to buy this on a whim, I wanna give them that opportunity. So they liked the item. I sent them an offer within 5 minutes of $18 with the $1.50 discounted shipping. Is that a thing? I think so. And they accepted. So I was really, really happy. I had $2.27 into those. So somehow I made a profit on those of $11.63. Thank you, Vintage Gap. The next thing to sell on Poshmark was this pair of Sperry Brown Wet Tech Fisherman hiking shoes in a size 12. These I had listed for 24 days, and they were size 12 for kids, by the way. I got an offer on these for $15, which I went ahead and accepted. I had about 3 into them from a local kids consignment store, and so I made a profit of $9 on those. I don't like to pick up as much Sperry anymore just because I picked up a ton when I, was shopping in bulk at that other consignment store, and I've been sitting on a lot of those Sperry pieces. But these were kids, so I thought I'd try them out, and they had the look of Keens, and they ended up moving pretty quickly in under a month. And then on eBay, I had one sale. I was so happy about this sale. I don't know why I've had these for so long. The sale was this pair of Everlane black straight leg jeans for men in a size 30R. These sold for my full asking price of $34.99 with free shipping. It was promoted at 1%. I had about $2 into them because I picked those up at a Plato's Closet 90% off sale maybe 2 years ago. Why am I sitting on Everlane jeans for 2 years? And I have been relisting them. I've dropped the price and whatnot, but this was a pretty new relist on eBay. And like I said, they sold for my full asking price. So I was ecstatic. I made a profit of $21.38 on those when all was said and done. It just took forever. And I think part of the reason is because Everlane has style names for all of their jeans, but they're not necessarily written on the inside of the jeans. Sometimes with some of the pants, it's easy to tell what the style is. You just look it up online. But with men's jeans, it's hard to look at it and tell if it's straight or relaxed or slim or this or that. And I didn't want to just guess and be wrong. So I just kind of assumed that they were a straight leg. I didn't want to, call it any of the specific Everlane style names because I just didn't know. Maybe that's why it took so long. I don't know, but I was really happy to get those out of my house. And then on Tuesday, which was April 6th, I sold this Ralph Lauren printed V-neck maxi dress in a size large. This was something that I picked up from the local consignment store as well for under $1. I had it listed for 173 days. I should have relisted that bad boy, but it did finally sell for $26. And so I made a profit on that dress of $20, which I've been having some really great luck with Ralph Lauren lately. It is definitely a bread and butter brand for me, not something I'm paying up for, but if I can get it for under $1, oh my goodness, yes, I will do that all day long. The next thing to sell was this American Eagle striped preppy polo shirt. It was short sleeve in a size large for men. I got an $8 offer on this item and I was so excited. I got this in a men's ThredUp rescue box. The ones that I've gotten from them, they have been great, but there's always a few duds in every box. This was one of them. This was one of the oldest ever existing polo shirts from American Eagle. So I still went ahead and listed it probably for $15, and I got the $8 offer and I was like, yep, it is yours. It was listed for 71 days. I made a profit of $2.40 on that after cost of goods and everything. And I'm fine with it. That is McDonald's French fry money. So The next thing to sell was this Nike Ace Tank red ringer sleeveless top in a size small. I knew that this would go quickly. It's just such a classic Nike piece. It's great for, just lounging around in or wearing out to run errands in. It's a really cool piece. I picked this up at a local consignment store and I had $2.37 into it. That was my average cost of goods that day. I got a kind of lowball offer on it and I told them that the lowest I could go was $18 with discounted shipping. I think I had it listed for like 20 or 25. So I offered 18 with discounted shipping. They tried to get me to go lower, but I was like, listen, this has only been listed for a day. And I feel like if I leave it alone, it'll just sell for my full asking price. So they were like, okay. So I got them to agree to $18 with discounted shipping. I made a profit on that tank of $9.57 and it literally sold within 24 hours. So that is a really great flip in my opinion. And then over on eBay, I sold this Under Armour Heat Gear purple compression short sleeve shirt in a size large. This I got at the local consignment store, so I have about 80 cents into it. It sold for $14.90, and that was via offers to watchers. They paid for shipping. I made a profit on this shirt of $12.75. Not bad. Under Armour anything really is a pretty quick flip. I just know that I'm not going to make that much off of each item. Like I'm not going to sell any Under Armour piece for very much. So if you can get it for really cheap and if you price it well, it'll move pretty quickly. You just have to know that you're not going to be making like $50 of profit on those pieces. And then I had a Facebook Marketplace sale. I was super excited. And actually Facebook Marketplace has been picking up for me. So super excited about that. But I sold 2 tanks. I had one that was by Nike and it was the Nike T Athletic Cut Activewear tank in a size medium. One was in like a blue color. And then I had basically another almost identical tank in a green color. And that one said something else on the front. I don't remember exactly. But what happened was I got the same message on both listings of someone asking me if they were available. So I responded to one and I said, yes, it's available. And she's like, okay, I want it. And I was like, okay, well, do you want the other one too that you messaged me on? And she was like, what other one? And so I messaged her back on the other listing and I was like, this one, you messaged me on this one too. And she's like, I want both. And so we worked out a deal of $30 and that was with me paying for shipping. And I had about $1.60 into both of those because they both came from the consignment store. So when all was said and done, I made $24.89 of profit. Now I do have a question for you regarding Facebook Marketplace. They did not make this order by like buying it through Facebook Marketplace necessarily. We made the order going through Facebook messages. And so as far as I know, there's no like fee. You know what I mean? Like we just kind of worked it out amongst ourselves. She didn't press purchase now on Facebook Marketplace. Is that allowed? Did I break rules? I don't know. Like, I know in like Poshmark or eBay, if you even type the word PayPal or Venmo or something, they flag that conversation because they feel like you're taking a transaction off of their platform. And I was kind of wondering if something like that was going to happen on Facebook, but it's like, that's how you do the local Facebook Marketplace pickups too. So I don't know. Let me know if you know anything about that. But I was really happy to move those 2 pieces. They'd only been listed for maybe a few days and they sold really quickly. Moving on to, Wednesday, which was April 7th, I had a decent number of Poshmark sales. The first one was this Velvet by Graham & Spencer belted maxi dress in this orange color, and it was in a size small. It was listed for 173 days, but I was able to get $32 for it. That was the offer that came in. I had less than $1 into it because it came from that local consignment store, so I made a profit on that dress of $24.80. The next thing to sell was this Show Me Your Muumuu Ibiza open back dress in a size small. There are like a billion of these dresses on Poshmark. It's super saturated. I had it listed for 127 days, and I think I had it listed for like $40 or something. I don't know, something kind of a little ridiculous. I got an offer on it for $25 and I went ahead and accepted it because it had been listed for 127 days. I did have $11.57 into that, and that's because it was part of an 8-piece bundle that I bought off of someone on Poshmark. I actually bought a bunch of pieces for myself, and I did buy a few pieces to resell as well. And I've already made all of my money back from, that particular purchase that I made from another Posher. Even though though I only made $8.43, I still, like I said, have already made a good amount off of that initial purchase that I made on Poshmark. So super happy about that. I also had never, ever, ever in my life sold Show Me Your Moo. I've never even seen it at my local thrift. So I just kind of wanted to try it out. Turns out not like the most amazing brand. And I hear a lot of people talk too about how it's just not like great quality. Like they don't make great quality clothes. So I'm still a little mystified as to why it's such a popular brand, but I know it does really well for some people. The next thing to sell was this pair of Champion black Velcro strap sandals for little babies. They were size 3. I got a $10 offer on these. I thought they would sell for more, but turns out they don't. Like comps aren't even that good. I picked them up at a local children's consignment store kind of a while ago. I mean, these have been listed for 100 days. I had about $4 into them, so I made $3.05. We're making a lot of that McDonald's French fries monies. That's what's happening here, and I'm okay with it because all of those little sales add up, and they add up to a pretty big amount that you'll see here later on. The next thing to sell was this pair of Nike T Run 5 athletic shoes in a size 12C. So again, for kids. These actually sold outright for my full asking price of $15. So I made $12 on that sale, and that was pure profit because I actually got those for free from a friend at church, and they were listed for 142 days, so for a very long time. The next thing to sell was this pair of H&M Conscious and Denim, Conscious Plus Denim? I don't know, Slim Fit, why do I write like this? Slim fit low-rise jeans in a size 32. These were another thing that came to me in a men's thread-up rescue box, and I was like, oh, okay, like H&M denim is not gonna go for very much, but I will go ahead and list anything and everything if it makes its way into my house and if it's in sellable condition. So I listed them, I got a $14 offer on them, and I was like, sold, absolutely. And that was within 20 days. So I made a profit on that item because I had about $3 into those jeans. I made a profit of $8.05. So you'll notice this past week, for whatever reason, I was able to move out some older inventory, which always feels really good. And then over on eBay, I sold this pair of American Eagle mid-rise jeggings in a size 2 short. They sold for $24.90. That was the offer that I sent out to watchers, and that was with free shipping. I had $2.37 into those because I picked them up at a local thrift store, and that was my average cost of goods for that particular thrift trip. So I made a profit on those jeans of $14.77. You guys know how I feel about American Eagle. It is such a great bread and butter brand. It sells pretty quickly and pretty well for me. I can always expect at least like a $10 to $15 profit on any pair of jeggings or jeans, so pretty happy about that. The next thing to sell was also a really gratifying sale, and I'll explain why in a second. It was this C&C California 100% lyocell leopard print tunic, and it was kind of oversized. I think, I could totally be misspeaking right now, but I think this brand is sometimes sold at Anthropologie. It's like a pretty decent brand, but I don't know, when I looked up comps on this, it was whatever. I've actually sold this once before on eBay, and the person just never paid. So I relisted it, and then I was really happy when it sold for my full asking price and more than it had sold for the initial time. So it sold for $24.99 with them paying for shipping. I had about $4 into this top, and so my profit on that top was $18.79. So I was super happy about that. Like I said, I just wanted to try out the brand. I'm not turned off to it exactly. Like, I'm not going to say that I'll never pick it up again. It was okay. The next thing to sell on eBay was another cool sale. It was this pair of new with tags, Cool. And by the way, Cool is Kuhl. I know some people have been asking. It's not cool like, you're cool, man, but it's cool with a K. So Cool slacks, short with a 10-inch inseam, and they were in a men's size 40. I sold them for $45, which is a little bit less than what I've been letting most of my Cool stuff go for, but you know, they're a pair of shorts. So I let them go for $45 with free ship. I still made a profit on those of $22.43. I did have about $12.80 into them, but again, I'm still left with a very good profit, so super happy about that. I had a good number of thread-up sales this week as well. They have like 8 of my boxes right now. All of them except for one are with the old pricing model, and you'll kind of be able to tell which items came from which box. I have one box where I had to price up to like 50% or less of what their suggested retail price is. For those boxes, I don't do like the return assurance. I don't do any of the extra stuff. I just send them my stuff. And if they don't want it, I don't want it back either. So, these are things that I don't really care very much about. So the first thing to sell over on ThreadUp was this pair of rough hewn jeans in a size 8. These sold for $18.99. I had $1.27 into them because they came to me in a ThreadUp rescue box. They came in a denim DIY rescue box. I was like, I don't want to sell these. So I sent them right back to ThreadUp. They accepted them and I made a profit of $1.43 on those. Where is rough hewn even sold? I want to say like Kohl's or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. The next thing to sell was something that I got for free from a friend. I don't even remember what the brand is, and they just called it unbranded. It was a 3/4 sleeve kind of like raglan t-shirt in a size small. It sold on ThreadUp for $10.99, giving me a 91-cent profit. My friend Kay over on Passport and Pizza Pies, I think that's her YouTube channel. On her Instagram, she always shares her ThreadUp payouts, and they're always like, I made 35 cents. Or like, I don't know why, like it just makes me laugh so hard every time I see it because she just shares every single one and they're all so low and so ridiculous. And so I was really happy that I had a few of my own ridiculous ThreadUp payouts this week. Anyway, moving on to Thursday, which was April 8th, I sold on Poshmark this DR2, which is Daniel Rain, floral dress in a size 2X. You guys know I love picking up plus sizes when I can. I try to be as inclusive as far as sizing goes in my closet and store. And this sold for $20 after 136 days of being listed. And I had $1 into it. I got it pretty recently at a local consignment store, the same one where they let me shop in bulk. And they continue to extend very wonderful discounts to me because when I go, like I shop hard, right? Like I'm getting like 50 pieces at once. But I made a profit on that dress of $16. The next thing to sell was this pair of silver Suki capri jeans. They were cropped with a low rise and they were in a size 25. These sold for $20 after being listed for 14 days. And so I made a profit on those of $15.20 because those also came from the local consignment store back when I did shop in bulk, like bought thousands of pieces at once. So I had about 80 cents into those. I do think that those have been relisted a few times. So it's 14 days since being relisted. The next thing to sell was this pair of Levi's 550 relaxed fit jeans in a size 34 by 30 for men. These only took 22 days to sell and I sold them for $30. I have $5.06 into them. I picked them up at a different consignment store. And so my profit on those was $18.94. And then on eBay, I sold another pair of American Eagle jeans, but these were men's jeans. They were the slim, straight, extreme flex jeans in a size 31 by 30. I sold a lot of jeans this week and I had them listed for $29.99. That is what they sold for because I didn't even give buyers the option to make me offers. That was with free shipping. And so I made a profit of $14.17. I got these from the same place that I got the Levi's. So I had $5.06 into those. And then I had 3 more ThreadUp sales this day. The first one was this pair of BCBG Generation pewter high-heeled like stiletto shoes in a size 6.5. I got these for free from a friend of mine at church. She gave me like 2 boxes filled with shoes. Many of them still in the box, unworn, unused, crazy. Mainly by brands like White House Black Market, Talbot's, that sort of thing. Still, free is free. And so for the things that I felt like I could sell myself, I went ahead and listed. And for the things that I was like, I just went ahead and sent into ThreadUp. So these sold for $25.99 on ThreadUp and I made a payout of $4.68. The next thing to sell on ThreadUp actually came from the consignment store when I was shopping in bulk. And when I was shopping in bulk, I was shopping with ThreadUp in mind at that time because at that time I was trying to really beef up the ThreadUp part of my business. Now that they've changed their pricing model, I am definitely much more careful about what I send them. But before I was like, if I can get stuff for under $1 and send it to them and, raise my price by a good amount and get some really great payouts, why not? Especially brands that I have a harder time moving myself on platforms like Poshmark and eBay. So this item was a Banana Republic pullover sweater with like a graphic of a bow on it on the front in a size small. I think I would have had a hard time moving this myself, but it did sell on ThreadUp for $47.99. I had less than $1 into it. And so my profit, even after my cost of goods, was $10.34. You guys, my coloring is just so weird. Whatever. The last thing to sell this day on ThredUp was this pair of Calvin Klein flared jeans in a size 10. They sold for $39.99 on ThredUp. I had $1.27 into those because guess what? I got those in a ThredUp rescue box. I sent them right back. They accepted them, and I made a profit on those of $8.73. So thank you, ThredUp. And then on Friday, which was April 9th, I had a ridiculously fantastic sales day. I think I had a gross sales amount of like close to $500. I'll add it up and let you know right here exactly how much it was. But the sales just kept coming, and I was like updating my husband as the day went on, and we were both just like, what is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Is those stimulus checks. So the first thing to sell was over on Poshmark. Oh, it was also closet clear out day. So I made a lot of closet clear out sales. The first thing was a closet clear out sale. And this went to Kate actually. So Kate, thank you so much. She got this pair of Keds, and they were the Dream Foam like lace up sneakers, and they had this really beautiful floral print all over them. They sold for $20 to Kate using my closet clear out message. I believe they were originally priced at $25. I had $2.37 into those from a local thrift store. They took one day to sell, guys, and I made $13.63. So Kate, thank you so much. They're so beautiful. I don't know why. They kind of remind me of like Taylor Swift. The next thing to sell was this pair of Picolinos brown laser cut leather wedges in a size 5.5. These took 102 days to sell. I got them at the same thrift store that I got those Keds, but at a different time. And so my cost of goods that trip was $4. I had them priced at $50. I used my closet clear out message and told the person that I could offer them $40 with discounted ship, which they accepted. And so my profit on those shoes was $28. Picolinos is a brand that I've heard a decent amount about. And, you know, I saw them at the thrift and I was like, why not? They were so cheap. Like I said, $4. And a payout of $28 is nothing to sneeze at. So I'm really happy that I picked them up, even though when I did my Instagram, like, should I pick these up? Everyone was like,
no, girl, leave those at the thrift store.
I did not listen, and I made myself $28. So sometimes you just have to trust your gut. And when you're paying $4, why not try out a new brand? The next thing to sell, okay, this brand I hate. So the brand is Nasty Gal, and it was this Hayden black lace-up swimsuit, like a one-piece swimsuit in a size extra small. This sold for $15 using my closet clear out message. I think I had it listed for $25, and I was just so desperate to get it out of my house because I've had it for so long that I was like, 15? Does 15 sound good to you? And Poshmark will pay for discounted shipping. And they're like, yeah. So I made negative $11.15 on this item. And this is why. It is because I bought this for myself. Like, look at this swimsuit. Why did I think I needed a swimsuit like that in my life? Like, who do I think that I am? What kind of body do I think I have that I should be wearing this swimsuit? I got this thing. Actually, I think it was from like 2 summers ago, you guys, because last summer I actually got like an appropriate swimsuit for myself. And that was after a lot of searching too. This is from 2 summers ago. So I got it, and I think I got it from like an Instagram friend, and it's not their fault, right? Like they were just like, do you like the swimsuit? And I was like, oh, cute. Like I could totally fit into that, and it's totally gonna work for me. So I remember like trying to try it on, and after like the first leg went in, I was like, nope, like this is, like what was I thinking? So I have had this listed for so long, and I'm glad to finally move it. I mean, the reason I lost money on it is because I bought it for $23.15. That's how much I paid for it. But like I said, I only made $12 on that item, and when you take into account my cost of goods, I actually lost money on that. That's okay. You live and you learn. You try to squeeze your body into swimsuits that don't fit for you, and then you wise up and get yourself a Prana swimsuit, which is what I did. So the next thing to sell was this pair of Anthropologie Saludos Velvet Bare Slip-On sneakers in a size 9. These were so cute. I got these in a ThredUp shoe rescue box. This is back when those rescue boxes were like $90, I want to say. So each pair of shoes was $6. I believe they've raised the price now. I don't remember to how much. And I haven't gotten myself a box since then. But I had $6 into these. They sold for $50 using my closet clear out method. And so I made a profit on those shoes of $34. Not too bad, especially for something from a ThredUp rescue box. The next thing to sell was this Gymboree green snap button puffer vest in a size 2 to 3T. It was listed for 159 days and I sold it for $13 using my closet clear out method. I had less than $1 into this because I did get it at the local consignment store when I was shopping in bulk, and I made a profit on that item of $9.25. Not a huge profit, but $9.25, you do that over and over again, it adds up. The next thing to sell was this pair of Tory Burch orange leather Chelsea bow ballet flats in a size 9.5. These I got from a local thrift store. Same trip as like the Keds and some of the other stuff that I've already talked about. I only had $2.37 into those, and they were only listed for 2 days. I had them listed for $35. I used my closet clear out message and told them that I would drop the price to $30. They accepted. I made a profit on those shoes of $21.63. I never find Tory Burch in my area, so I was super excited. Even though these were just like a pretty simple flat, I was still really excited. They did have a little bit of wear on the toes, and even with me showing all of those flaws in the pictures and making sure that I told, potential buyers about them, they sold within 2 days, so I was really happy about that sale. The next thing to sell was this Adidas Climacool blue striped golf polo shirt in a size medium. It was really funny because this had a lot of likes. I had been sending out, my closet clear out message to a bunch of people, and then someone just bought it outright at my full asking price of $18. That took 4 days to sell, and it was something that I got in a men's ThredUp rescue box. So I have about $3 into it. I made a profit on that item of $11.40. All of these like golf type things or just outdoor like hiking type things or swim stuff, all of that stuff is selling. So if you've got anything like that at home, make sure that you're listing it. The next thing to sell was this Patagonia Nano Puff Diamond Pullover Jacket in a size medium. It was beautiful, and comps on these like Nano Puff Diamond Pullover Jackets from Patagonia are good, like $100, $125. But mine was white and it had like a pink stain across the bottom hem, almost like someone took a highlighter to it. My husband worked so hard on this jacket trying to get that stain out, and it was not budging. So I went ahead and listed it. My friend G1 actually thrifted this for me. This is before she decided to sell the stuff that she thrifted herself, which she should have been doing a while ago because then she could have sold this. But she thrifted this for me. So, I think there's about $5 into it. And it sold for $60 within 10 days. I had it listed for $100. This original person who eventually paid $60, I want to say offered me like $25 or $30, but we kept negotiating. We kept working with one another. We finally agreed at $60, and I made a $43 profit on that. So I know a lot of people would say it's flawed, don't pick it up, but some things are worth picking up even with a flaw because people will wear it. Maybe they're just wearing it, when they go for walks or something, like they don't care that there's a small flaw. So my advice would be, if it's a good enough item and if you can get it for cheap enough, pick it up. You never know. You only need one person to buy that item. So the next thing to sell was this pair of Clarks. They were these black leather stacked wooden heels in a size 9M. I'm not like a big Clarks girl, but I thought these were pretty cute. They were just very classy. They took 33 days to sell. They sold for $25, and I had about $4 into those, so I made a profit of $16. And then over on eBay, I sold another pair of cool pants.
Cool sale.
It was this new with tags, cool splash roll-up cargo pants in a size 12. So I sold the same pair of pants in a different color and in a different size. Earlier in the week, I had only picked up 2 of these, so now I kind of want to pick up more. But this one sold for $64.99, which was my full asking price with free ship. I had $12.23 into those, and so I made a profit of $40.99 on those pants. Most of my cool stuff has been listed under a month, so I think these have been listed for even less, maybe under 2 weeks. The next thing to sell was another Under Armour piece. It was this black fitted all-season gear pair of yoga pants in a size small. These I sent out offers to watchers on for $15.90, and it sold with them paying for shipping, and it was also promoted at 1%. I had less than $1 into them. They came from the consignment store. I made a profit of $13.63. And then the last eBay sale this day was this pair of Circus by Sam Edelman what is this? Sloan ankle strap sandals in a size 9M. This was promoted at 1%. I listed them for $14.99 and they sold for my full asking price plus ship. So I made a pure profit of $12.70 because my good friend Nicole from Soul Inspired Seller, I will link her channel down below. She gifted me a ThredUp shoe rescue box because I collaborated with her on a ThredUp shoe rescue box unboxing for her first ever YouTube video. And she's just so classy. As a thank you, she sent me a box. I was not expecting anything like that. I didn't even need like a card or anything. You know, people are just much classier and thoughtful and well-mannered than me. I remember I went on Ashley Gibson's channel. I will link her channel down below too, especially if you do Poshmark Canada. You should definitely be following her. But I did an interview with her for her channel, and like she sent me a handwritten card in the mail. Like I don't even think she asked me for my address, but she just found it, you know, in my YouTube video. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I just don't think about doing these kinds of things for people. So those of you who like have manners and stuff, thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. So Nicole sent me a box. This was in that box. And so that was pure profit, which was amazing. Circus by Sam Edelman. I honestly do still pick that brand up when I find it at the thrift, just because I don't find that much Sam Edelman. I do think I would have left these behind though. They were okay. I don't know. They weren't really my cup of tea, but I made money on them. On Mercari, I had a few sales. One was a really good sale. Not like as good as it could have been, but I'll explain. So in Mercari, I sold this Gimmicks by BKE. I guess on the tag, it'll just have like a kind of cursive G. That's how you know it's Gimmicks. But it was this faux suede fringe vest in a size medium. This had actually sold in Mercari before. And then the person told me that actually they used the wrong credit card. So could I please cancel it and they would purchase it from me again? And then they never did. So they just made up a story to get out of the sale. So I just had it on Mercari and someone offered me $15. So I accepted. That was with them paying for shipping. I had less than $1 into it because they got it from the local consignment store. So I made a profit on that vest of $11.96. The next thing to sell was a Veronica Beard dress. It was 100% silk. It was the Katia dress in a size 4. This is a dress that I sold a few weeks ago actually on eBay. And I'm kind of sad because on eBay, I think I sold it for like $100 or $110 or something like that. And then she got it and she was like, it just doesn't fit well. And I don't want someone to be stuck with a dress that they paid $100 for that doesn't fit them well. Like, what a horrible feeling. And I mean, I accept returns anyway. So she returned it and I just relisted it. And then it sold on Mercari for $80. I originally had it listed for $150, but I kept dropping the price and then it eventually hit $100 because that was, I think, the lowest that I was willing to go on Mercari. And then someone offered me $80. So I thought about it. I actually reached out and asked if they would come up to $90. I didn't counter, but I just asked. They didn't say anything. So before the 24-hour window to accept that offer was up, I just went ahead and accepted because I still made, what is it, a $47.18 profit. That's huge, you know? I picked this up originally when I got a coupon from The Real, and it was for like $15 credit or something like that. Maybe it's 20, I don't even remember. I ended up paying $18.51 for this dress. So, you know, even when you subtract that cost of goods, having a $47 profit, that's amazing. So I swallowed my pride. I just, you know, accepted the offer. I took my money and we're good. The next thing to sell was over on Kitizen. It was my one Kitizen sale of the week. It was this Tila, which in the video that I hauled it in, I had said was Aritzia. It is not. It is Urban Outfitters. And it was just this yellow V-neck shirt in a size medium. It had a nice little pocket on the chest. I really like the shirt. It sold for $16. I paid for shipping, which was $3.27 because for this one, I decided to go through Pirate Ship. I had $5.63 into this shirt because that was my average cost of goods for that thrift trip. So I made a profit of $4.68. McDonald's money. That's okay. That was my Friday. Like I said, it was so good. The sales just kept coming in and it was a very exciting day. Saturday and Sunday were really good too. So on Saturday, which was April 10th, I sold this pair of Clark's Cloud Steppers Breeze C flip-flop sandals in a size 9. I picked these up at a local consignment store. I had $2.37 into them. They sold for $20 after 3 days. And I remember like in that haul video, I was kind of like, I don't know if I should have picked these up. Like they're just flip-flops. maybe this was a mistake. And a bunch of people were like, oh my God, if they were my size, I would pick them up. Those are my favorite sandals. Those are gonna sell so fast for you. And sure enough, they did. I made a profit on those of $13.63. Are these the kinds of shoes that I like to wear? They're not, but I know that these are the kinds of things that people are shopping for, especially now. So for me, I'm not in the business of having a curated closet. That's just not my style. And if that were my style, I would have like 9 things in my closet because I just don't find that much stuff in my area that I personally like and feel like, would fit my aesthetic. So I'm in the business of selling what people need and what people are wearing, right? Even if it's not what I would put on my body, if other people will, I will purchase it and have it available for them in my Poshmark closet, in my eBay store, etc. So these sold super fast and I was really happy about that. The next thing to sell, I was so excited about the brand. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Citron, I think it's Citron. It's this 100% silk floral kimono blouse in a size small. So beautiful. I have about $6 into it. I can't remember exactly where I picked it up. I did pick it up locally though. It's been listed for a while. It's been listed for 171 days, but it sold for my full asking price of $65. That's after I sent out a gazillion, closet clear out messages to people. That's after sending out offers to likers, and it just went ahead and sold for my full asking price. That's always such a good feeling. So I made a profit on that top of $46. The next thing to sell was this LL Bean Trail Model Rainwear pair of waterproof pants in a size small. These took 21 days to sell. I got them at the same consignment store as the Clarks flip-flops, as the Keds, as a bunch of stuff. So this stuff has been selling really well for me. They sold for $25. I had $2.37 into them, so I made a profit of $17.63. This is how lazy I am. They're basically like 100% nylon on the exterior, and there were some like watermarks on the outside, I don't know, it was kind of white. It seemed like maybe someone had gone outside in the snow and it was kind of like that salt residue, like when people salt the roads. And I was like, I don't feel like cleaning these. I'm just gonna sell them as is and I'm just gonna show the pictures. I had them listed for $35, which was a little bit lower than what other people had them listed for because I didn't wanna take the time that it took to clean them. And then when I got the $25 offer, I was like, I'm just gonna accept it because, they're kind of dirty. Before I shipped them out, I was like, let me just try to wipe these down really quickly. And I just got like one of those sanitizing wipes. It took me like 30 seconds because it's nylon, you know what I mean? It just wiped right off. If I had just wiped them to begin with, I probably could have made a lot more money on these. That's okay. I still made a profit of $17.63. And then over on eBay, I sold this pair of Kombu. Again, not sure if I'm saying that right. The style name was Luke. Black Velcro sandals in a youth size 3. They sold for $20 with free shipping and they were promoted at 1%. I made a profit on those of $12.57. Pure profit because I got them for free from someone at church. The next thing to sell was over on Mercari, and it was this Matilda Jane. It was like a collaboration with Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper, who I love. Like if I could be anyone in the world, it would be her. But it was this green dress with kind of like a gray trim along the bottom, just kind of the classic Matilda Jane dress. It was in a size medium. I had $5.63 into that. I got it at the same time I got that T-Law yellow shirt, and I sold it for $26 on Mercari. So my profit on that dress was $16.72. And then I made a couple direct sales because I posted this haul video of stuff that basically most people, when I did my Instagram polls, people were like, nope, don't get it. And I got it anyway. So the first one was this BB Dakota ombre open back sweater. I thought it was beautiful. It was like gray to blue to like a light blue. I sold it to Vanessa for $25, and that was $25 shipped. So after my cost of goods, shipping, all that kind of stuff, I made a profit on that sweater of $14.21. Vanessa, I hope you love that sweater as much as I do because I think it's gorgeous. So thank you so much for your purchase. And then the next sale, gosh darn it, I didn't write down her name. I will put her name right here, but this went out to a viewer as well. It was this pair of Spanx ankle cropped black, like kind of work pants. They sold for $40 shipped. And after my cost of goods, which was $667, same with that BB Dakota top, I made a profit on those pants of $25.33. So thank you so much for your purchase as well. I'm so sorry I didn't write down your name. Thank you so much. And then on ThreadUp, I had one more sale. This was a good one. I sold this pair of Ralph Lauren, and I think it was Lauren Ralph Lauren, but they had it listed as Ralph Lauren. So it was this pair of nautical white jeans in a size 12. They just had like compasses and like all these random things all over the jeans. They sold on ThredUp for $89.99. I got those at the local consignment store for under $1. They were new with tags too, by the way, I should have said. But yeah, less than $1 into them, I made a profit of $44.40. Amazing. Love it. I definitely would not have been able to make that much if I had tried to sell them myself. Finally, on Sunday, which was March 11th, no, what am I talking about? April 11th, the first thing to sell was this pair of Zenergy by Chico's capri pull-on high-waist pants in a size 0. These had been listed for 141 days. They had a small stain or two on them. And so when I got my $9 offer, I was like, sure, you can have these for $9. I had less than $1 into them because they came from the local consignment store. I made a profit of $5.25. I'm cool with that. The next thing to sell was these Sperry topsider leather thong sandal flip-flops in a size 10. I've had these for 181 days. So many likes on these. I finally moved them using my closet clear out method for $28. I had less than $2 into them because they are from the local consignment store. I made a profit on those sandals of $20.60. By the way, you've heard me talk so much about closet clear out. And if you're interested in my closet clear out method, what I do to make so many sales on closet clear out days on Poshmark, I will link that video right here. I really do think that it is the reason why I make like 30% of my sales. So if you're interested, you can check out that video. The next thing to sell was this Hannah Anderson floral short sleeve shirt in a size small. This was for kids and it sold for $10 after 189 days of being listed. I had less than $1 into it because it came from the same consignment store. I made a profit on that of $6.25. I don't find that much Hannah Anderson as well, which is why even up until last year when I saw it, I would just pick it up, but now I know you have to be kind of selective with Hannah Anderson. Otherwise, you're just going to make $6 here, $4 here, which nothing wrong with that. I am trying to move into the direction, if possible, of picking up items that are going to get me at least $20 of profit though. The next thing to sell was this pair of Minnetonka suede 3-tier fringe knee-high boots in a size 10 in a brown color. These were listed for 147 days. I sold them for $38. I had them listed for, I want to say $60. But do I really want to keep holding on to these boots? I do not. So I just went ahead and let go of them. I had less than $1 into them. So my profit on those boots was $29.60. That's still a great profit. I'm not going to sit here and be greedy. I already learned my lesson. So I'm letting things go. I just need to get things moving because I would like to go thrifting again. The next thing to sell was a 2-piece bundle. The first item was this J. Crew plaid contrasting print button-up shirt in a size 6. That one I listed pretty recently, like probably within the past month. And I had 80 cents into that one because it came from the local consignment store. The next shirt is maybe my last item from my friend Keto. A long time ago, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I worked out a consignment deal with my friend who I call Keto because she lost a ton of weight on the keto diet and just needed to get a whole new wardrobe. So she sold me all of her old clothes so that she'd have money to buy new clothes with. And I think this is the last item of hers. It's this Banana Republic red button-up shirt in a size large. That one I probably ended up paying her around $5 for. So that bundle sold for $40 with discounted shipping, and I made a profit of $23.74 off of those 2 items. The next thing to sell was another H&M piece. It was this pair of slim fit beige chino shorts in a size 32 regular. They sold for $15. They had been listed for 37 days. I had about $3 into them because I got them from a men's ThredUp rescue box and I made a profit of $9. List your shorts. The next thing to sell was over on eBay, and it was this pair of Naturalizer tan leather flower jacquarda wedges. They sold for my full asking price of $24.99. They paid for shipping. It was promoted at 1%. I got them for less than $1 from the local consignment store, so I made a profit on those of $16.02. The next thing to sell also came from the consignment store for under $1. It was this Land's End pink cardigan sweater in a size 1X. It sold for my full asking price of $24.99, promoted at 1%. They paid for shipping. I made a profit on that sweater, on that cardigan of $20.62. Land's End, I have a hard time moving, but plus size, anything that's kind of cute, It'll move. This actually went to ThreadUp, did not sell over on ThreadUp, came back to me. I made $20.62 off of it, much more than I probably would have made at ThreadUp. I had another Facebook Marketplace sale, and this one was so exciting because it was like a local sale. It was a bigger item. It was this Fisher Price jumper bouncer thing, you know, like little babies go in it and they jump up and down. I had sold this before. The person never came. She never came to pick up the item. And when I sent her a message asking if she was still coming, she ghosted me. So I just relisted it for $50. It has been listed forever. Someone reached out to me on Sunday and was like,
hey, is this still available?
and I was like, yeah, it is. She's like,
Can I come get it right now?
and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not home. My husband is. I'll tell him. And she's like,
I'm on my way.
and I was like, oh my gosh, like, all right. So she came that day, paid $50 for it in cash, and we got it out of our house, and we are $50 richer. So super exciting. And then I had one more ThreadUp sale. It was this pair of BOC Born Concepts blue cork leather floral wedges in a size 8. These were actually pretty cute. They had like a big leather floral applique up on top, but then also in the cork, there was like a floral print, and it was really cute. So those sold on ThreadUp for $58.99, and I had less than $2 into those, so I made a profit of $14.91. What's up?
We're just getting the right frog.
Okay. It's okay. I'll be done really soon, and then we'll get ready to sleep, okay? Thanks, Luz. I tried to go as fast as I could. I know I was still a little chit-chatty at times, but that was everything. It was a lot of stuff. It was a wonderful week. Let me share my numbers with you. So on Poshmark, I sold 35 items, which is great because it's been a while since I've sold more than 30 things on Poshmark. That was for a gross sales amount of $870. After any shipping discounts that I may have offered and Poshmark's 20% fees, that total dropped to $596.68. My cost of goods on those 35 items was $124.58. So my net profit from Poshmark was $472.10. On eBay, I sold 12 items, which is a little bit less than what I've been doing. Well, no, it's about average. That was for a gross sales of $340.63. And then once you factor in shipping and fees, that total drops to $250.25. My cost of goods on those 12 items was $41.66. And so my net profit on eBay was $208.59. On Mercari, I sold 3 items, which is much more than I typically do, I feel like. That was for a gross sales of $121. Thank you, Veronica Beardress. The amount that I earned after you take out shipping and, Mercari's 10% fees is $82.29. My cost of goods on those 3 items was $24.94, so I made a net profit on Mercari of $57.35. I had one Kitizen sale. It sold for $16. After shipping and fees, I was left with $10.31, but my cost of goods was $5.63, so in reality, I made $4.68 on Kitizen. I am this close to dropping Kitizen. I'm serious, Kitizen, like it's getting for real. Facebook Marketplace, I sold 3 items for a gross sales amount of $80. And the best thing about that Fisher Price jumper sale is that I didn't have to pay any fees. Amazing. I didn't actually pay any fees on my 3 Facebook Marketplace sales because they were all like just people reaching out through Messenger and stuff. But after shipping for those Nike tanks, my total dropped to $76.49. My cost of goods for the Facebook Marketplace items was $1.60. I did pay for that Fisher Price jumper thing too, but at this point we're just calling it, zilch, because my kids used it. So at that point, we've already, what is that term? Like we've already, whatever. Yeah, no cost of goods. So my net profit on Facebook Marketplace was $74.89. And then I had 2 direct sales, which resulted in a gross sales amount of $65. After shipping, I was left with $52.88. My cost of goods for those 2 items was $13.34. And so I was left with a net profit of $39.54. On ThreadUp, I sold 7 items. Those items sold on ThreadUp for $292.93. But my payout on those items was $91.34. My cost of goods for those 7 pieces was $5.94. And so my net profit on ThreadUp was $85.40. Not bad. So in total, I sold 62 items and I had a gross sales amount of $1,492.63. But when you factor in shipping and fees and all that good stuff, I was left with $1,160.24. My cost of goods on those 62 items, however, was $217.69. So the actual amount that I earned, my net profit, was $942.55. I was so close to $1,000. Like, I would love to have a net profit of $1,000 a week. That sounds insane to me. And in fact, I asked my husband, I said, hey, how much do you think I made in sales last week? And he was like, was it like a good week? And I was like, it was a really good week. He was like, $350. And I was like, do you not know what a good week is for me? But, you know, it just goes to show, like, both my husband and I, we are just astounded by the potential that there is in reselling to make some great money as a side hustle. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that I don't do anything and I just make all this money. It's a lot of work. I think that's one of the things I do best is I work really hard. You know, a lot of people ask me, like, how do you have a YouTube channel and how do you resell and how, because I work really stinking hard. To be honest with you, sometimes too hard. But when you work really hard, it's incredible what can happen as a result. And it's also, I think, a result of having done it for a good number of years. I've been reselling now for a little over 3 years, and every day I get a little better at it. I get a little faster at it, and it's showing, and I'm so excited. So my goal is to someday very soon hit that, $1,000 net profit amount for a week. I think that would just be so cool as a part-timer. But yeah, $942.55. Really thankful and excited about that. The last thing I'll share with you is how I'm doing with that one consignment store, the one where I shopped in bulk last summer-ish. And so I have now sold 483 items from that store with a profit of $9,579.61. We basically honestly have already made $10,000 off of that place because a good amount of stuff sold at ThreadUp from that consignment store, and I haven't been keeping track of that here. So crazy, like $10,000 worth of stuff sold from one consignment store, from, a series of bulk shopping trips that I did. So cool. I hope I get another experience like that in the future because it was really amazing. And I hope that it doesn't have to be a byproduct of COVID. You know what I mean? But that was my week. It was a great week. And I have so many people to thank for it. Like List Perfectly made it possible for me to get things cross-listed over to all of those platforms. If you want to try List Perfectly, I do have a coupon code down in the description below so that you can save 30% off of your first month. I wouldn't have been able to make all of these different sales on all of these different platforms if it weren't for something like List Perfectly. Super thankful for my husband who gives me the time that I need to, list things and relist things and do all that kind of stuff. It's been a wild ride. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you got any value out of it whatsoever, please consider hitting that like button on your way out. And if you want more What Sold videos, I have a playlist for you down below in the description that you can check out if you just want to binge watch some What Sold videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.